So the fifth mistake that I made in my business was not creating video packages sooner. So when I first started, I was basically taught to just do custom work. And whenever I saw people advertising packages on their websites, video content packages, and then it also displays the price on there, I never really understood that, because I'm just thinking to myself, well, why would you advertise something at a fixed price when every client's needs are going to be a little bit different? Like, they're going to have different types of locations, talent, deliverables, etc. So, and then why would you advertise a price when there's going to be clients that are willing to pay a lot more for the exact same thing, depending on who they are? I still think that's a valid point, but a little mindset shift that I had on packages recently is that packages actually create predictability. If there's a set price for a certain package, and there's a set amount of deliverables that are supposed to be delivered, then it's going to be a lot easier to streamline that process. So if a client were to book you for a specific package and then they put you on retainer for that package, then you basically have a predictable stream of income for whatever amount of time they put you on that retainer. You have the expenses are a lot more predictable. And then when you hire people to deliver on that package, them doing the exact same thing over and over again makes it a lot easier to actually deliver at the exact same quality every time. Versus with custom work, it was a little bit harder to actually grow that and scale that, only because it's like say for example, I've said in the past that I have an electric scooter client. So this is more of like action sports type of content. It's actually really hard for me to find people that can actually do action sports type work. It's a little bit easier to find editors that can do that, but then actually like outsourcing like people to, or actually hiring people to help me with certain parts of that kind of project, it's actually really difficult. Growing my business specifically on doing like action sports related content would be really difficult for me, because it's a world that I'm familiar with, but it's not a world that a lot of people are familiar with. So the shooting styles will be different if I were to hire somebody to go do it. There's just certain angles that you have to capture, and then there's certain ways that you have to actually move around, like while you're shooting something like that, to actually make it look good. So that's just a personal example. But basically the whole point of what I'm trying to say is like, when I'm doing custom work, like it's a little bit harder to delegate certain processes of it, because it's not as structured as a package. And if I were to go back, I would personally want to create packages that I can also offer to clients that have like more predictable deliverables, more predictable workflow, and then do custom work on the side, and then also do custom work, but maybe not prioritize it as much, because it's just a little bit harder to scale things in that manner. Whether you are a beginner videographer or a more advanced one, I'm sure all of you guys have gone through the experience of feeling like a disposable videographer to your clients, not having a portfolio that's strong enough to qualify you for higher paying jobs. Clients always choosing the cheaper option over you. That is because 99% of videographers are too busy sitting there staring at their phone, hoping and praying that somebody calls to give them a gig today. And as a result, you're struggling to make a living as a full-time creative. I went through the exact same struggles. I was stuck in a cheap client cycle where I was working on a bunch of low-paying projects and just nobody really seeing the value in my work. And it was my dream to be able to get out of that cycle and start working on projects that were creatively fulfilling to me. That is why I created the Commercial Videographer Blueprint. It is the exact same framework that I use to land my dream clients, grow my video production business, and work on more creatively fulfilling projects. This exact same framework is what I use to be able to land one of my dream projects, where I was able to film a documentary that had Tony Hawk in it. In this course, you are going to learn how to create a portfolio that attracts your dream clients, learn how to get their attention, and then learn how to get them to see the value in your work, and learn how to get them to think that it is completely insane for them to work with anybody else. And you can get all of this today for $147. And to be completely transparent with you guys, this is my very first course. So this is going to be the beta launch of this course. What that means for you is you are going to get access to this content for a much cheaper price than I plan
on selling it in the future, and you will have the opportunity to leave feedback on how I can actually improve the course. And as I'm taking all that feedback and creating a better version of this course, early supporters will be getting access to that new content for free, while new people will have to pay the updated price. And don't worry, if you guys think that the course is trash and you didn't get any sort of benefit out of it, then I also offer a no questions asked 30-day money back guarantee. So if you're ready to stop struggling as a videographer and you're ready to take control of your business and finally get clients to see the value in your work, then click on the link in the description below to learn more.